All right, so Black Sherif, also known as KK Rasta, has released two major songs, Find a Way and Swagga. Unfortunately, these two songs didn't become hits. They are not making the waves. They are not making waves as his previous songs. I'm here to tell you the reasons these songs aren't making waves like his previous songs. Anyway, welcome to the hardest stakes. My name is Demani Numero. Just in case you don't know, I'm here to touch your soul.
He's the handsome baby. Listen, listen.
So the term swagger became very popular among music lovers. It was one of the terms that became very popular during the Ghana music period. People kept mentioning or saying swagger, swagger, swagger. So I think it was a strategic move by Sherif to get people to know the term swagger so that he will put the song swagger out. And then it becomes very easy for people to relate. Unfortunately, when he put out the song swagger, it didn't really make that waves. And so Swagga was released on 29th May 2026. And normally Black Sherif, when he puts out a song, it takes, a bit of time for it to get digested or dissected by people for them to understand. And so yeah, and normally when he releases songs, he normally has haters, people who normally hate on him, but I believe he's used to the hatred or the hate speeches from people now. And one of them is Bongo Ideas. Bongo Ideas has always been hating on Black Sherif. Any song that he puts out, your man will find a problem with it. Yeah. So, and he has placed a deaf ear to your man's tirades or unnecessary criticisms or hate speeches, because I feel Bongo Ideas, his submissions are predicated on hate speeches. It's based on subjective judgment and not objective. He's not looking at things from objective lens or objective point of view. So yeah, his opinions are always subjective and some way. So I'm sure Black Sherif is actually used to it now. And so the swagger didn't really become hits basically or fundamentally because of the message he was trying to portray. The message wasn't really clear to the music lovers. Um, Myself, I got a certain point in time, I struggled to understand what he was trying to communicate. The lyrics from the verse one, verse two. It's a very good song. Generally, the song is a very good song, but the message wasn't really clear. And if you are trying to project or portray a particular message that doesn't resonate with the people very well, or the people don't really understand the message, it becomes very difficult for them to imbibe the message. So I believe that was the major hindrance or obstacle to the song becoming a hit. And if the song was that up tempo song, if it was like an up tempo song like maybe Popstar, Kakalika, the message wouldn't have been the major factor in this particular thing. But the way the song was it's a mid tempo or let me say a mid tempo song. So the message he was trying to portray or pass a particular message, but it wasn't, it didn't really resonate well with the people. And like I said, if it was an up tempo song, people wouldn't have even paid attention to the message. They would have just been dancing here, say, I've been also Ghana there. And yeah, pesada, so people just go to dance, 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 dance here and there. Yes, but he was passing the message, and the message wasn't really clear. I saw a few breakdowns by people, but yeah, some way. So I thought that was the major hindrance to his song becoming a hit. And his team actually realized that, so they decided to just be in a haste or be in a rush to put out another song, which is Find Your Way, which was released on 11 June 2026. Now, these people actually made a mistake releasing the song at that particular time. Okay, I'm not sure they knew Sarkodie would have, or Sarkodie and Shaka were going to put out a song. So they already planned that, okay, on 11th June, we are going to put out Find a Way, which is a danceable song. I'm sure they realized that now people are not really um, receiving Swagger very well. So they wanted to just put out another song. And I understand them because you don't, you want that talkability. You want to be out there like that. So they just wanted the buzz, but I just feel the the timing wasn't right because Swagger was released on 29th May, and then Find a Way was released on 11th June. How many days? Like barely, it was even barely 2 weeks, less than 14 days. They put out Find a Way. They wanted to just, you know, make get a song out there, because Swagga no file like that, so they just wanted to put out Find a Way. Unfortunately, Find a Way also swallowed. Find a Way was swallowed by Sarkodie and Shatawale's Everlasting. It's been a while. Shatta and Sarkodie put out a song, so when this particular collaboration was announced, the expectation was very high. Definitely was going to swallow Black Sheriffs Find a Way, because these are the two goats of the industry. I mean, we have the big three: we have Shatta, we have uh, Stone, we have Sack. And if two of the big threes are putting out a song, and we've heard that people have been calling for them to put out another song, because they had Dance Up Commander remix, they had Major Girl, and so it's been years that they had that particular collaboration. So definitely was going to swallow up, or was going to swallow Find a Way. Find a Way is a very nice song, but the timing wasn't right, because Everlasting by Shatta and Sarkodie just swallowed the song. And then two, the period in which they released the song also didn't help. Yeah, they were in a haste or in a rush to just put out the song, but it didn't feel like that. And it was basically because it's a World Cup season. And they released the song on the same day that World Cup was going to be played, or the opening match. So it challenged some way. World Cup season, yeah, people don't go really pay attention to your songs like that. So I was having a conversation with an artist manager, and I was telling him, this particular period, yeah, it not be good to put out a song. It is rather the period to strategize and then look at. I mean, after the World Cup, what are you going to do? Because World Cup is just like 1 month, and this particular it's just 1 month. They've added, because it's 48 teams. They've had um, it's going to be like a month and a week. So, and as an artist, you can wait for a month and a week. You don't have to rush to put out any projects. So just relax and just put out a project. So I just feel they were in a rush, or they were in a haste to do or put out a song. So for Find a Way was because of the World Cup, and then two, because Sarkodie and Shatta were about or released the song on the same day as theirs. So definitely, Charlie, you know, go far. So I just feel moving forward, they need to be very strategic, because they have always been strategic, but then moving forward, they need to be more strategic, and then the timing also has to be right, because releasing a song 11 days or 12 days just after your a song that you've already put out some way. Yeah, so I feel the pressure was on them like that. So definitely, unfortunately, the two songs are no far, but definitely Blacko will come back. Will come back stronger. Yeah, he's Blacko. Even though he's on the chart, I mean, anytime he releases songs, he's always on the chart. But yeah, but really they among the populace of music lovers like that. It doesn't have that talkability. Swagger doesn't have talkability. Find a Way doesn't have talkability. And even Find Your Way or Find a Way barely have the top guys even reacted or done a breakdown of the song, unlike Swagger. So yeah, the attention all was on Everlasting. If you check, they have just reacted and dissected the lyrics of Swagger, sorry, Everlasting compared to Find a Way. So yeah, basically that is it. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, kindly subscribe. My name is Deman in your mirror. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one. I am out.